Ken Madden with Ciro and Goldstrike today, and we are with the Dennis Kirk team. They're here to talk about Ciro 3D and Goldstrike, how we got started, why we do what we do, and you know, just the story.
Today we're in Hudson, Wisconsin. It's where our headquarters is, the design center is. Everything you buy is designed right here in this building. Primarily, Ciro's a design company, and we started in 2014, which is when the Rushmore bikes were released. So it was a great new platform to just load this bike up with everything that was missing from the factory. And so I started with a team of designers, and we just got one of the Rushmore bikes, 2014 Ultra, scanned the whole thing into the computer, and then that's when we started building this full product line. Yeah, so I guess growing up in the industry, we just got to see so much of the awesome parts of it, and that was in that time frame, because I was born in '91, so when my earliest memory is probably 10 years old, so early 2000s, like the bike industry was just booming and there was so much cool stuff coming out. There's Easy Riders, there's all the huge rallies really blowing up. And so I just hear all these stories from my dad about like how cool all the stuff he got to do was, and just constantly hearing that is like, I don't know, kind of cements it into you like, this is like awesome. Like I can't think of anything cooler than that, so.
Yeah, it seemed like our parents enjoyed it so much. My mom, she actually would do business from home. They started kayaking out of our old house in the garage. So she was, you know, raising Aero and I, you know, 2 kids in her arms while also doing, you know, the accounting and things like that. And paperwork from home. And then she'd be making the guys sandwiches and stuff like that for out in the garage, so it was fun.
Coming up with new product that really was like, okay, let's look at what's out there and say, well, this is interesting, but how can it be really outstanding? How can we make things that are iconic? We have our new Light Strike technology. It was one of the things that we came out with this past summer, which is a you know, where we can control animated lighting on our LED products through the phone app and things like that. And that's all developed because we were able to, when we started it, start with the shock and awe lighting. It's the LED lighting. You guys have seen it with all the, you know, engine lighting and all that stuff under the bike. Well, that's all controlled by the phone too, and we've had 2 generations of that. So between, you know, learning first of all the CAN bus system on the new Harleys in 2014, that really changed the world. We had to learn that. We had to understand that system. We had to make all our stuff work with it.
I love to collaborate with Aero on our lifestyle photo shoots. So we kind of always try to do stuff that stands out apart from other people. So we've shot with flamethrowers. We've shot on the frozen St. Croix River with the pure ice. So he's out there with the yak tracks on. And then we've shot with a 12-foot tall skeleton for Halloween.
Wow.
So we try to think of photo shoots and stuff that'll make us stand out.
Being able to use all these different resources and the talent that we have here, and then the opportunity, again, getting back to why leave a good design job to start this, the idea to be part of something that you're building from scratch that you built with this team, and it's not me, we really have a, you know, one of those cultures here where anyone can throw up a red flag and say, hey, what about this? Have you thought about that? Someone in sales might walk by and we're in the middle of a discussion in the back, you know, working on a new product and stuff, and they're like, hey, you know what? I talked to somebody at a dealer show a couple years ago that mentioned this. Is this something that we can do? You know what? Yeah, we could do that. So we're small enough that we can react to those kind of things, and we're dumb enough to try just about anything. So we're just trying to give it a shot and make it make as good a stuff as we can, and stand behind it with warranties, and you know, that's just the way we do things.
If you want to check out any of the Ciro or the Goldstrike line, just go to denniskirk.com, type in Ciro or Goldstrike, and you'll find all of our products.